Yo, what is up? The Char Future for the last but not least of the 3 tanks that you can pick if you have 12 tokens from Frontlines and Steel Hunter event. Besides that, it's the AE Phase 1 and the Object 777. If you are here for the first time, please do consider subscribing and giving this video a like. This is the best way you can help out my channel, and let me thank you in advance. Now, this is the Char Future for. This is the tank that I will pick. This is going to be my first choice tank, and today I'm going to show you why. We are here on Live Oaks South, and this is a tier 10 matchup, and we are in a tier 9 reward tank. Now this tank is of course one of the 3 reward tanks that you can get. 1750 hit points, 60 kilometers an hour going forward. These are the stock stats. You see me running away from where I wanted to go. Why? Because in a tier 10 matchup, I am relying on that EBR 105 to give me or give our team some support. But look at him, he is camping at the bush where I should be sniping from the back. But he is there doing nothing. I know this flank is going to be absolutely useless. If I was just sitting there defending, I wouldn't have done much. So I might as well go forward and help the western side push. Now my teammate is getting under fire here. He's in a light tank. I managed to get one shot on the enemy EBR and support my teammate there a little bit. But like I said, not much armor going on in this tank. Of course, it's like a medium tank, kind of light tank. The special thing about this tank is the 4-clip auto loader. It has 390 alpha, but it takes 4 seconds to fire each shot. 39 seconds reload, 4 seconds per shot. It takes 12 seconds to unload your clip when you can get 1560 average damage. Now the good thing about this tank, 264 standard shell penetration. That is with your standard APCR shells. Now 264 penetration is absolutely superb for standard shells in a tier 9 tank. 330 if you need the extra penetration to shoot to shoot heavy tanks and stuff like that. That is why this is my top pick out of those 3 tanks. The 2 heavy tanks and this medium tank, I picked this one. Why? Because I can fire a lot of standard shells even in tier 10 matchups, and that means I'm going to save a lot of credits. Now of course, this is a reward tank. This is not a premium tank. This tank does not make you a lot of credits. If you fire a lot of standard shells in your reward tanks, you're not going to lose money playing this tank. Basically, that's what I'm saying, and that is why I like this tank. One of the reasons anyway. I like light tanks. I like an auto loader tank, so this is a combination that is just perfect for me. The only downside is the 4-second intra clip. It takes 12 seconds for you to fire all 12 shots, which means during that 12 seconds you could be eating 2 shots from your enemy, so it might not be worth it to clip out someone. So that is not the way for you to play this tank, in my opinion anyway. You don't really want to clip out your enemies. You want to fire 1 pullback, or maybe fire 2 shots and pull back. Aim time is 2.11 seconds, but the gun is fairly accurate. It has 0.33 dispersion. Now as long as this guy is not looking at me, I'll finish him off, no problem. I have 2 shells left in my magazine, but I decide to clip anyway. The trick about playing with reloading auto-loading tanks is you gotta gamble with when you clip your tank, when you want to start your reload. And I decide to do it now because why? I want to push up to the 0 line and spot everything I can with a full clip. So I'm going to take my chances here, do a little bit of spotting. If they shoot at me, I'll try to run away. If they don't shoot at me, I'll just try to hang around if I can. Now if you notice one of the stats, 7.5 degrees gun depression. That is fantastic gun depression for a medium tank. And in the next game, I'm going to show you how to make that 7.5 degrees of gun depression work for you in situations where you can slow play, you can use your gun accuracy, you can use your long reload time, to your advantage. But this is the first game that I wanted to show you. I didn't get to play a lot of games in this tank, to be honest with you. I think I played about 7 or 8 games total, but I try to get the videos out to show you the potential or the strengths of this tank and why I picked it out as my favorite. Now I'm going to be fully clipped. I'm going to back up and see if I can spot something. If I get shot at, I can run away because my front is facing the back, so I can just go forward quickly. That's because the reverse speed is kind of slow, 20 kilometers an hour reverse speed on a medium tank. It's not a light tank, so it doesn't reverse very quickly. It's not very like super nimble, but it is good enough to do what it does. This is the end of the game. I think I've made 3,220 damage, it says there, and another 1,922 spotting damage, so that is pretty good game considering this game only ran about 6-7 minutes, so this is a pretty quick game. The next game I want to show you is more of a game that is suited towards a light tank, and I'm going to show you one of the strengths of this tank in the next game. So let's just finish this game and jump into the next game and the next map. We are now in Prokhorovka South, and immediately our teammate has already said, oh wow, they've got perfect LTs for this map. But I reply back with, we have got the perfect map. We've got to look at this positively. Of course, the enemies have 2 ELC even 90s. Those are extremely troll tanks, especially for a map like this. They can, if they play their cards well and they use their tanks effectively, they can absolutely dominate this map. But you look at me, I am loading up my HE shells. I always keep 4 shells here in this tank just for situations like this, and I'm going to show you in a minute. If you watched one of my recent videos about bush camping and how to snipe from bushes, this is one of the lessons you will learn when you are in Prokhorovka South. Shoot on the left side of the base of this tree and you're gonna get there, boom, extra cover for you. And now I'm gonna put my 7.5 degrees of gun depression to work here. Now this is my setup for this tank. I've got a 5 skill crew in it. I've got V-steps, optics, vents. I am running coffee as well. My reload time is 36 seconds instead of the 39 seconds from your stock. Damage of course is still the same, penetration is still the same. My aim time has reduced to 1.92, my dispersion 0.3, my view range 482 meters with my optics, of course. Now we've already lost all 3 light tanks, including my platoon mate. We've got no more light tanks. They've lost 1 light tank, the 1390. They've still got 2 very strong ELC even 90s, highly camouflaged tanks. Those tanks are 48% camouflage value. Now look at my camouflage. You can see there with my upgraded crew and shit, I've got 35% camouflage. My moving camouflage is 27%, which is still not bad. You saw me reversing, shooting from the bushes there. I didn't get spotted by that ELC, even though I was shooting at him from like 50, 60, 70 meters away. Now this is a dangerous position for me because I am sitting in a high position. If I get spotted, I could get sniped from a distance or from those guys in the bushes. So I'm using this bush to hide my sides. So the bush in front, I'm using my gun depression and my bush to hull down and shoot the enemies, and then I can retreat back into these bushes here, so that the guys in the middle cannot shoot me. Now I should have gone dark before I started shooting. I made a mistake by going up a bit too early there, and because of that I took 2 big hits. And one of the reasons why I'm being spotted right now is because that tortoise has pushed up right into very near me anyway, so I've got to back off and run away. Look at that, it's that tortoise spotting me again, and I'm gonna just hide in this hull down position here for the time being. We have a very brave T95 on our team. He is absorbing all the hits. he can sit out in the open as long as artillery is not focusing him down. There are two artilleries trying to attack him, but they're not being very accurate, so he's surviving there for some time. I can't be too brave going forward here just because of that tortoise, so I'm just gonna sit back here and wait for my opportunity. I'm gonna try and shoot that ELC. There you go, that tortoise is lit because he's moved. I'm gonna see if I can shoot his cupola. Looks like my .33 .30 or whatever accuracy is not working out for me. I am firing standard shells, which is those standard APCR shells that give me 264 penetration, very good penetration, but now I am switching to my heat shells. I'm trying to use this to try and penetrate that tortoise on the cupola if I can, but fortunately someone has finished off that tortoise, which means this is now my opportunity to return back to that bush in Hotel 1. So remember this bush, if you have HE on a standard loading gun, just use 1 HE, fall down this tree and it'll give you extra cover. Now I've got 3 shots on this T-54. Unfortunately, that shell don't know went where, but I managed to land the second track team there. He repaired. I'm gonna manage to land the third, and I'm gonna finish him off with my fourth. And that is the strength of this tank. If you have a position like this where you can fire from safety, fire from cover, even though you have a long reload time, or even if you have a long intra-clip time like this tank, you can only fire every 4 seconds. It's still working out for me as long as this game is progressing slowly, as long as they are not YOLOing or pushing hard. I am going to be in a great position to just sit it out slowly and slowly chip away at their HP. So this is really working out for me the way it is. I do not need to risk my HP too much. I can just take my time, use my superior view range, my fairly good camo. Now those ELCs are, one of them is dead. There is still one more that's still alive. And if you look at my team, they have progressed down the eastern flank. They have taken over the hill. They have taken over the tracks. And now they are breaking into the central part of the map pretty soon. There is a WZ defending the 6th line if you take a look at the map. So they can't really push over yet. They need to use those guys in the middle of the tracks to kill off that WZ1114 before they can push across the Alpha or A line. Now I'm just going to sit here, take my time, reload, and then rinse and repeat. Just go forward, go to that bush, continue to spot whatever I can spot. If I can't spot, I will signal on the map and ask my teammates to spot, which is exactly what I did. I want that Type 61 in the middle of the map to move left and come towards to the center of the map and do a little bit more spotting. And here we go. This is the T-30. I fired 2 shots at him and I think I killed him as well. And now there is a standard B. I tracked him in the first shot. I wasn't aiming at his tracks. Now I am aiming at his tracks, but I didn't hit the tracks and I do damage instead. But that's just how the way this game goes. Sometimes it happens in your favor, sometimes it doesn't. But anyway, nearly 3,000 damage and over 7 minutes have gone by. Spotted about 1,000 spotting damage so far. And now it is almost time to go up. But if you look at the enemy team, they still have a standard B, Revolorice, Skoda T27, Charioteer. These 4 tanks can kill me if I go forward and get myself spotted out in the open. So I'm gonna just wait and wait for some information before I do anything. I've clicked on the map. I want those guys with the full HP or with the high HP to go forward. There you go. There is the Charioteer. We can finish him off. That's 1 tank down. That means there's only the standard B, Revolorice, and T27, which are dangerous tanks. The ELC, I imagine, is somewhere close to me, spotting me. if I go forward. There you go, there's the Skoda T27, which means the only tanks that can really kill me right now is the Standard B and the Repeatable and the ELC, which is spotting me somewhere here. I don't know where he is, but I'm just going to creep forward slowly if I can, get ready to shoot. I'm spotted. The ELC is somewhere here. I don't know where he is, but I'll just keep moving forward if I can. There you go. There's the Standard B. I'm going to aim at him. While I'm aiming at him, the ELC is spotted. He was right in front of me and just let me finish him with my shot there. There was a little bit of lag there, but I still managed to finish him off. I managed to get one shot on that Revelorise, and this game comes to a conclusion. 3.8k damage and 1.8 spotting damage. First class there. Looks like I landed a lot of those blind shots. I got 4.6k of damage and 2.3 spotting damage. I got a top gun as well, so that was really nice. So that is one of the strengths of this game, and this is the other game on Live Oaks, 3.2k damage, but there you see a little bit of profit, 44,000 45,000 of profit there, and that is because I fired a lot of standard shells, which is those fantastic APCR shells. So this is my first choice. I hope you make a wise choice yourself. Thanks for watching. I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.